It is Tuesday. We've made it past Monday. The Monday blues are over. We're now in a brand new day. So, yeah, I'm trying to organize all my cards so I can get ready here and get started. We're ready to get started. Wait for people to join at this point. How is everyone doing? Why is there a fork sitting here? I don't know. Not really sure. I didn't eat in here, so I'm not sure why the fork is here. Queen of Swords, hello. Sarah, hey, how's it going? CM, welcome. GL, Sid Foley, hello. Good afternoon. Aquarius Al, you are early. Aquarius Al, you're usually not here for the first 30 minutes. So we're going to use the Wizard's Tarot, by the way, today. So I have it all set out and ready to go. The Wizard's deck. I did a 4K flip through. Jocelyn, welcome. Katie, welcome as well. So I did a 4K flip through of the Wizard's deck, and now I can actually use it. Now I can make use of it. Positive Always. Well, that's a good name. Good evening to you. First time here. If you're first time here, please hit the subscribe button and like as well. We do tarot readings. By the way, somebody's going to ask, but there's no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So, there's no sound. I hear sound. I'm looking at sound. Hello, Sissy. Hello, it's Diane, Jen, and Positive Always. Hey, Brianna, how's it going? Sid and Brianna, and we got Aquarius Al is here at the break of dawn. Aquarius Al is here at the break of dawn. Jocelyn, too. Katie A, it is indeed. So I remounted my microphone, so hopefully it's not right next to the cards when I shuffle it. Bethany, welcome. Yeah, I'm so excited about these cards. I'm really good. Katie, I can hear you. That's good. Everybody can hear me. That's good. Yeah, we got levels. Sissy, love your videos. Thank you so much. I'm going to start a complete tarot course on the echoes of failure coming up. So look for that, and we'll do that. Do I get a reading? Corinna, there is no list. Questions are picked at random. Does he have good intention when reaching out after pulling away for weeks? Let's see. Let's find out. So JG wants to know about good intentions. Good intentions. Sounds like the beginning of a Beach Boys song. Does he have good intentions? Pulling away for weeks. Well, I'm not really sure what good intentions they have by pulling away. If they had good intentions, question below, Positive Always, thank you for your donation. Let's throw down some cards for JG real quick about the good intentions and find out how that goes. Well, it's really obvious if these are upside down or right side up, right? So let's find out. Do they have good intentions or not? Let's find out. I can hear now. That's good. All right. By the way, thank you so much for your donation. All right. By the way, this is the Wizard's Tarot. So if you're wondering what that is, I do not have a little graphic for this one quite yet, but we'll see. Do they have good intentions or not? I'm sort of looking. Knight of Wands, I do think that they have a plan. I don't think that they're doing this at random. I do believe they have a definitive plan, and something's going on as far as that's concerned. I do think that they believe the plan is good. They believe in good intentions. They do have good intentions. So that is a positive thing as well. They're sort of waiting on the other end as well. So they're sort of waiting over there, waiting for you to come over, waiting for everything to sort of kick in and get going with their master plan. Is their master plan good? Jocelyn, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. So is their master plan going to be a great one? I think that it's well planned. I think that they do have intentions that are fairly decent. I think that a lot of times they don't know how to go about honest communication. So some people are good people, but they just don't know how to approach people honestly. So they need to make up games. They need to create things. They need to create situations. Maybe they need a bit of spice, a bit of spicy drama. You know how that goes? A bit of spicy drama. And they're going to use that to their advantage. So is that good intentions? Probably not. But I think overall, Ten of Cups says they do have something good in mind that's going to be beneficial for both of you. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to sort of turn the hanged man upside down and get in their perspective and get in their shoes as far as that goes. But overall, I think that they don't have bad intentions. They just think that they're bad at being honest. So some people are just poor at being honest. Some people are just piss poor at standard relationship communication, standard honesty, and things like that. I think this may be one of those individuals. So, two ways to look at that. Are they playing games? Yes. Are they doing it for a purpose? Yes. Is it going to turn out well in the end? Maybe. That's going to be up to you as far as how much you're willing to put up with. But I mean, it does seem that they could use a little more just straight up honest communication in the whole situation. Anyway, question below. Positive always has a question below. Let me find out what that is. Let's see. AM, welcome. Hey, how's it going? And Blue Crayola, Yevelin, welcome as well. His darling wants a reading. It's got some cute little hearts in there. That is nice. I like that. Lucy, welcome. How are you? Okay. So Corinna, hey. Let's see. Name is Chrissy. Birth date 1995. Do I ever get love? Should I give up? Never give love. Never give up on love. Never give up. Never surrender. Positive always. Said question below. So I'm sort of digging around for the question. Jen, by the way. Is my house haunted? Jen wants to know. Well, that is interesting. I'd like to do that one after all these donations. Still trying to find out. Positive always. What is your question, Positive? Still looking around. So, Positive, did you ask a question up top maybe? Is there a list here? May I ask a question? And then Positive always said, here's a donation and question below, but I do not see the question. Anyway, so I'm continually searching for a Positive always question. Okay, here we go. How would E take it if I end the relationship with him? Well, I'm sure they're not going to be too thrilled. Let's find out. Positive always. Well, you're positive always. Why would you end a relationship? Let's find out. How would E feel if I dumped him? All right. How would E feel if I dumped him? That is a good question. Let's find out about what is Sid. Larry, welcome, by the way. Divine Empowerment, welcome as well. Sid, what is a good deck for dumping somebody? There's got to be a good dumping deck, you know? It's got to be a good dumping deck. It's a good day to dump. It is a good day to dump. And if I were to dump someone, what deck would I use? Oh, this might hurt tarot. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Where'd it go? This might hurt tarot. Being dumped might indeed hurt. Lucy wants to know, is my Libra coming back? Well, I hope so. How many people want to go backward instead of forward? Indeed. Did not mean to hit the question mark. Divine Empowerment. Divine Empowerment, thank you for joining. I greatly appreciate you hanging out here. Nomad Trees, hello as well. Yep. This might hurt tarot. The dumping deck. Okay, this right here is officially the dumping deck. This, if you need to dump someone, you're gonna pull this out and you're gonna read for them. You know, you're gonna be like, I really, really think, you know, that it's me, it's not you, but I'm gonna have to get out that this might hurt tarot. I'm just gonna have to get it out right now. But by the way, it's me. It's not, you know, it's nothing you did. It's all me. But you're gonna have to get dumped right now. I'm sorry. This might hurt. Tarot. Isabella Rotman. I'm single female. Is anyone coming? Nomad Trees, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get a good dump reading. If I were to dump someone, how would they feel? Well, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to be too happy. So they're going to look like this. Look like this. I don't have autofocus because my camera is from like the 1940s. So let's manually focus. They're going to look like this. That's a good summary of what happens after you're dumped. You look like that. You got spilled coffee cups, and I'm not sure why the coffee cups are on fire, but they are on fire, and that's kind of confusing. But sure, maybe they're a candle. Maybe it's a candle. Let me manually focus because of my $5 camera. Okay, so yeah. The star sort of points to that. I think they see it coming. I don't think this is going to be a big surprise. I don't believe this is going to be a complete startling revelation to this person. they see it coming. The star, they know, they've had hints of it. They know things are going south. They know that it's not exactly going to be the best situation. And, you know, when you say, let's have a talk, it's not going to be about the draperies. It's just not. So when we have a, let's have a talk is going to be, you know, let's go to dinner and have a talk. It's not going to be about, it's not going to be how we should decorate the bedroom. So anyway, the star sort of, they know it's coming. The Nine of Wands, they've already made plans. I don't think this is a startling revelation to them. They've already made plans, and I think they have plan B already lined up. Nine of Wands, they've been researching this. They've been thinking about it. They've had the pens. They've had the things. They've already gone through some of the hurt. I mean, the hurt is sort of there already, and I think things have gone downhill for a while. And it does seem like that this is not going to be a big shock for them. They are ready to move on as well. So again, you know, nobody's going to be happy when you dump them. I guess if you're a terrible person, maybe I'd be happy if you dumped me, but you know, Mom Bear, hey, how's it going? How are you? But yeah, I mean, I think that they already have plans. They already have plan B lined up, and I think that they're ready to go on that journey. I think they're just as miserable as you are. I don't think that either one of you is just happy. So it just seems like just a bad situation, and they're ready to take the leap. They're ready to take that jump anyway. And the Six of Swords says that their initial reaction is going to be somebody that doesn't want to leave. So we do have a bit of that upside down. I'm leaving. I need to go, but they're going to act like they don't want to leave. They're going to have this presentation of, you know, can we work it out and things like that. But overall, they've had the revelation already. They know they already have plan B. They're ready to go on it, but they're going to have to go through those motions of the, what is it? The DABDA, D-A-B-D-A, the grieving cycle. What is it? Denial. Oh, no, acceptance is the end. No, it's not denial. Yeah, it's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So anyway, so they've gone through the DABDA, and they're going to move on. They're going to move on. I don't think it's going to be a big shock, a big revelation. They're ready to move on. It sounds like both of you are ready to move on. If both of you are so miserable that you're planning a dump, and you need a tarot reader to assure you for the dump, then yeah, you know, it probably could be a good thing to move on with that. Anyway, so Jocelyn, thank you so much for your donation. Jocelyn has a question below. All right, let's scroll around. Oh, yeah. So it's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Okay, I think that's it. DABDA. I remember DABDA because we always made fun of it because it was funny. Well, not, you know, grieving is not funny, but we already made fun of it. Okay. Jocelyn, I'm miserable at a job of 9 years. What should I do? Well, have you been miserable all 9 years? I'm miserable at my job. What should I do? So is the entire 9 years you've been miserable? That is a lot of misery. Eliza, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. What is a good deck for a miserable job? Oh, what is a good deck for a miserable job? I'm thinking the Dulac. The Dulac Tarot would be good. That's right. Joseph, readings are for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what a random Virgo says on YouTube. For my Lenormand deck, what should I name it? I'm thinking of naming it Fluffy Virgo Lenormand. What do you think? If anybody has a funny Lenormand name for my deck, I'd love to hear it because I'm looking for something funny. Something proper, something that sounds amazing? No. Something funny? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Readings with Ollie. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's see, new Wizards deck was used. I'm going to use it again. I'm not quite done with it yet. We are going to abuse the Wizards Tarot all night, every single minute of the day. So, yeah. So you're miserable at a job. What should you do? So do we have any usual indicators here about maybe sort of Fluffy Virgo Lenormand? I like it because I'm really not taking this too seriously, as you can tell. So 8 of Cups. Yeah, you do have a bit of an abandonment. you do have a bit of an abandonment. However, it comes at a price. It comes at a price of the 5 of coins. 5 of coins is the I'm broke, and maybe I shouldn't have dumped that job like Positive Always is going to dump her girlfriend, her boyfriend. So, you know, it could be one of those situations where if you leave, you may have a financial situation that's not too good. And that's sort of looking like the pattern here. If you're ready to leave, do you have something already lined up? Do you have already something lined up? And that's going to be important here because we do have a lot of conflicts with that. I do think because you've been there a while, you are getting paid fairly well. You're getting paid fairly well. So what is sort of the cost of that? Are you so miserable that you're willing to take the financial hit? Or you maybe reframe things and stay there and or try to make things better there. It's not like you've been there a long time. It's not like you're just bored of it. It's not like you're ready to leave. So that's the question. Do you have things lined up? Because that's going to be critical for you, especially drawing the 5 of coins as the next card follow-up of leaving. I do also think that you're going to be sort of missing the job after you leave. You're going to miss the people there. You're going to miss some of the various things that happen there. You can sort of miss it, right? And the 3 says that you will find something else. You will find something else. I think that what you're going to find afterwards is going to be a bit better emotionally for you, but the work is going to be very similar. So if it's the work that is making you miserable, do they not give you breaks? I mean, you know, let me know what is going on there. So basically, if it's something that you can put up with, it seems like you'd be more beneficial staying there. The money is going to be less where you go. However, I think you're going to be emotionally better off in something new and something exciting. So if you do have something lined up, that's going to be beneficial for you. It sounds like it'd be something, you know, good to sort of look at. But if you don't have anything lined up, maybe you can look for something in the same company, within the same company, maybe a different position. If your manager is making you miserable, a different manager, etc. So, and that way you could keep your salary, you could keep all of these good things that you have, but get under different people. So the question is it the work that's miserable, or is it the people that are making you miserable? Either way, you could solve the problem by moving to a different position within the same company, which sort of points me to this. If you do leave, make sure you do have something lined up. I know, master of the obvious, if you do leave, make sure you have something lined up. But I do see people that can benefit you at your current job or help you get some, oh no, it's not the last question. I hope you get some of that. So anyway, so see if you can try to get a position within the same job, basically. See if that works out. Anyway, let us know how all of that works out. So Nomad Trees is a single female. Want to know if she's going to get some company soon. Let's find out. NT. Got a man coming soon. All right. Find out about that. Mom Bear, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. You're so tortured and heartbroken about the next life he will try to destroy. What? I don't understand. Let's see. Mom Bear. I'd like to know ex-narc's girlfriend. Wow. You got some drama going on over there, Mom. Mom's got the full drama set going on over there. Let's find out about that, Mom, here in a minute. We got a couple of readings ahead of you. Let's try to use the Thoth. I guess I'll stay. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, try to find something else within there. In other words, narrow down what is making me miserable and narrow down, is this something that I could fix by moving somewhere else? And because if you move somewhere else in the company, you're still within the company. It may be a lateral move to where you're still making the same amount of money, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of bonuses. We have a bunch of people at my job that get miserable and then they leave and get another position within the company, and that way they keep the same pay, but they just don't have the people that were making them miserable around. But anyway, it's an option. It's an option. AM, my accurate psychic readings, the best name ever. Welcome. It's so good to see you again. AM, any blessings coming my way? All right, so let's find out about what is the information. Marby, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. And Gracia, thank you for joining us as well. By the way, if you have not hit like and subscribe, please do that. It does help me out. If you like the videos, we got a complete course on the Echoes of Failure coming. Got a complete course coming for the Echoes of Failure. That's going to Etsy soon. Link somewhere, sometime. Anyway, We also have more Lenormand stuff coming. We have we got a bunch of different stuff coming. What do I have going on? We got the medical tarot. We started that, etc., etc., etc. So 700 videos on the channel. Please check it out. I think you do have something coming soon. I think you do have something coming soon. Is it good? Yeah, maybe not. Is it good? Maybe not. I think that you have a bit of a controlling person headed your way. And I say controlling person because this person is, and that's the odd thing about this particular person, is they don't come across as controlling. They come across as a smooth, relaxed type person, somebody that you can sort of talk to, somebody that maybe you could trust, etc. But they are a bit of controlling. They have a bit of that puppeteering thing going. And that's sort of something that is that's on the side. In other words, something that you really don't find out until later. And I believe that they're moderately interesting. Are you just thinking this is a soulmate? Is this somebody I want to spend the rest of my life with? Absolutely not. But it is somebody interesting, somebody has a possibility, and they're nice, and they're sort of approachable, and they talk to you, and they want to follow up and, you know, hang out and do some things. So you're thinking could be a cool relationship, but they are a bit in the controlling side. I don't think you're going to be able to tame that. I don't think you're going to be able to tame that much. I think it's going to be something that eventually you just get tired of very rapidly, actually, as far as that's concerned. And I think that you eventually just end up just dumping this person and going somewhere else and finding somebody else. But I do think that is sort of the next relationship in line. Just look for somebody that is going to be a bit controlling, somebody that's going to be a sort of a painful as well, but they're very good at hiding it. So a bit of good and bad news. They seem to be relaxed. They seem to be pretty cool. They seem to be somebody you can hang out with, talk to, etc. But once you sort of get involved with them, once you sort of get into that relationship setting or that relationship role, then they think that their part in the relationship role is to be a bit on the controlling side, a bit on the way too assertive side. So you're gonna have to sort of watch out for that. I do think that you do have a gap after that person. It's going to be a while before you meet anybody else that's sort of interesting, somebody that wants to sort of navigate into your life. But you do have sort of this interference feel with that it's going to be sort of difficult to difficult to find people at certain times of your life. I think you're in an up and down situation to where you have these peaks to where you're really interested in finding someone, you're really interested in getting a relationship, it's on your mind, it's sort of really prominent in the front of your mind, and then you have these valleys to where you go into a situation where I just don't want to put up with it. I'm angry with this, I'm angry with that, I'm upset with this. These previous relationships are a pain in the butt. I don't want to repeat this. And so you have these valleys and these peaks that you sort of end up going through your life. I don't think that you have this sort of this steady, I want somebody. And then the next day I want somebody. I think you have the valleys and the peaks. And during one of these peaks, again, you run into this person that seems really relaxed, but it doesn't really turn out that way. You end up breaking up with them and sort of get a heartbreak, and you end up in one of the valleys. So when you're sort of the down period, it could be something with your emotions. It could be something where you're just tired of relationships when you get a bad one or whatever. But anyway, I see that's what is coming soon as far as that goes. But I do think in your next peak, I think you have much more opportunity than this person. But this person looks like you may want to avoid them or may want to watch out for them and just sort of be careful. Reading with Ali. Thank you so much for joining us. Marielle, hello. How is it going? Being Joe Wood. Hey, how's it going? Being Joe Wood says, I think I'm being stalked. No. I live in the UK. Where do you live in the UK? No, just kidding. Don't tell me. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I think I'm being stalked. I said, where do you? Okay, never mind. That's a bad joke. Ashley, hello. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So let's find out about Eliza. Wants to know, how is G feeling about me? We will reunite. So it is EM. Will we reunite? Not sure if that has a dash or not. I'm not sure. Okay, will we reunite? What is a good deck for that? Sid, what is a good will we reunite deck? Because you're about to get the unexpected. You're about to get the unexpected. Trying to get to 1,600 so I can do my gift. Drawing, because I'm going back to the States next week. Can I get it mailed? I have no idea what that means. Divine empowerment. So good that you're here. I appreciate it. Sid thinks it's going to be This Might Hurt Tarot, but actuality, I'm going to use the Mary L. I'm going to use the Mary L. Catherine Home, welcome. It's so good to see you. Catherine, we got a few in line. I think we got 2 in line so far. Would like to do that haunted house. That haunted house one looks fun. I like fun readings. So the Mary L deck is about the size of a small automobile. But we're going to pull a bunch of cards. I do not have a graphic for the Mary L, so you're just going to have to go with it. You're going to have to go with it. If you have not seen this deck, it is absolutely beautiful. I think this is Zach from Tiger's Abyss. I think this is his favorite deck. I think so. He uses it a lot, and he sure talks wild about it. But yeah, this deck, this is going to be, by the way, my top 10 decks of all time. I was thinking of the Golden Tarot. That's true. I may use the Golden Tarot coming on. So the question is, how's G feeling about me? Will we reunite? Thank you. Well, you're welcome. How are they feeling about you? We have the 2 of Discs following the 4 of Wands. I think that they like you. They like being around you. I think that they have positive outlook towards you. As far as, do they want to stay around you forever? I do think that they do. I do think that they have very positive outlook to you. And the 4 of Wands being the House card is being comfortable with somebody as well. But it's also sort of building a relationship. And I think they're in that stage where they feel like things are building, things are working to something better. And that's going to be it's going to be a good thing, because a lot of times you get into a relationship and you're just sort of confused. You're not sure where it's going. I think they know where it's going. I think they know where they want it to go as well. So that's going to be sort of a goal for them, is to get the relationship where they want it, or get this where they want it, basically. So the 2 of Discs says that you sort of have 2 sides to you, or 2 different sides to you that they see. One is something that they like, and another is not. So you do have that back and forth, sort of a bouncing back and forth between 2 personalities almost. It almost seems like you have a different personality when you're talking to certain people, and then when you're talking to another set of people, then you have another set of personalities. So it seems like that you have different ways of interacting with people, and they don't quite see a synchronicity between those 2, and sometimes they're sort of confused as to how to deal with you. So that seems to be a thing as well. So the 2 of Discs being that options, the 2 different eyes, or the 2 different sides of you that they see. And they sort of want you to change. They want you to change. They don't like you the way you are. I'm not saying you're not great as is. I'm just saying, hey, they like you. They want to change you. I mean, that's the thing that they really want to do, sort of. They want to change you. So the Knight of Cups, I do think that they're coming back. As far as reuniting, they have 9 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. I do think a reunite is possible. It's going to be a while. The 3 of Discs points to a bit of that work, a bit of that delay. I do think they want to start over, but they do want to change you. And as you're coming into this, maybe you don't want to be changed, right? Maybe you don't want to be changed. Maybe you don't want to adjust yourself for this person. And Kayla Lynn is HX Shimsey. Well, welcome, Kayla Lynn / HX Shimsey. It's good to see you. But maybe you don't want to change. And if you don't, then you're going to have to sort of reevaluate that and negotiate that out. But I do think they're coming back. We have 2 Knights. 2 Knights are very, very assertive, very movement oriented. And this is going to be something to where they are headed your way again. But again, they're going to bring expectations that you change. Are you ready to change? Maybe not. If not, you're going to have to evaluate that at that time. But by the way, that was the Mary L Tarot. I no longer have the box, because I had a thing where I just started throwing away all my boxes and putting everything in bags, which is a terrible idea. It is such a terrible idea. By the way, Readings with Ollie. Thank you so much for your donation. Readings with Ollie. Let's know, that would be RWA. Whoops. RWA. So now, would I be happy dating Brian? I don't know. find out about Brian. Mary H., thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let us get a drink before we tackle Brian. Not literally. I'm not tackling Brian. By the way, Brian, if you're watching, this is for entertainment purposes only. Never take anything a fluffy Virgo on YouTube says to be facts or relationship advice. Right. Tonight is throat clearing time for some random reason. Normally do not have these things. So, would I be happy if I dated Brian? Sid, what do I need for this? What do I need for this? I'm thinking the Wizard's Tarot, because you really can't use that too often. You know what I'm saying? And I put it somewhere around here. Here it is. Man, this is such a good deck of cards. I adore this deck. There's so much. You could sit there and read one card for like an hour. I really like the Wizard's Tarot, by the way. As you can tell, I need to get a graphic on here. A graphic for the Wizard's Tarot, so I don't have to get the book and flop it down on the table like that. Maybe this would work. All right. I think we got a good shuffle. By the way, I'm making a shuffling video that absolutely nobody will watch ever. But that's okay. We have the Fluffy Virgo Lenormand coming out. I'm getting the printer my money for the Echoes of Failure. Echoes of Failure is going to be printed soon. I'm going to give them some money. And then they're going to print it. And then I'm going to put the Echoes of Failure somewhere where you can pick it up. Because I'm getting a lot of nasty messages on Kickstarter right now about people upset that it didn't fund. But that's okay. Maybe I set it too high. Anyway, we'll find out. Soul, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. So, are you going to be happy if you date Brian? Well, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the 3 of Wands. Yes, I think you're going to be fantastically happy. I think Kate's crossing. I love to see how others shuffle their decks. I'm a bad example, Kate, because I'm a professional card magician. So my shuffling techniques are a bit unusual for sure. Katie says, oh no, I backed that on Kickstarter. Yeah, you may want to cancel that. Okay, so 6 of Cups says you're going to be adorably happy. I think you're going to be adorably happy. And that's the good news. So we'll get into the good news and then sort of the, what happens. IKL Sunflower, thank you for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. It'll work out, so excited to see what's next for it. Exactly. I think you're going to be adorably happy with the 6 of Cups. That's going to be part of the problem. I think that Brian is going to require a lot of maintenance. A lot of maintenance. And it's going to be a bit of an issue as far as the maintenance goes. It's going to become sort of, from pleasurable after the honeymoon period into something that is a little bit too much maintenance as far as that's concerned. But the Knight of Pentacles, I think you will be happy. I really think you will be happy. I think that you will bail I think you will bail after a certain period of time. This is for entertainment purposes only, by the way. You may do what Positive Always was doing with the This Might Hurt Tarot. So, okay, hang on. If Brian pulls out the This Might Hurt Tarot and he says, let's have a talk, then Sid Foley will tell you that that's not going to be good news because Positive Always is doing that, sounds like tonight. So I do think that you're going to be leaving, and So anyway, okay, so I do think that you're going to be leaving eventually, and that'd be natural. Maybe it's a short-term relationship, etc. But that's just how it goes. The 3 of Wands sort of points to that. It's going to come to a point where you're just fed up, basically. So anyway, that is how it might go. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never take what a fluffy Virgo says to be relationship advice. But yeah, I think you'll be extremely happy. I don't think that that either of you is. I don't think that either of you may be looking for anything super duper long term anyway. I mean, that's just what I get a feeling of. But if so, let's see. Anyway, all right. So we have Mom Bear is up next, and this is a long question. Okay. So something about a narc. Let's scroll up and find out what Mom Bear is, what's happening. I don't have any interest in the narc. I'm not sure what the narc is. Is this somebody is narcotics? But I'm so tortured and heartbroken about the next life he will try to destroy. All right. I'd like to know if my ex-narc's girlfriend, a narc. Okay, I'm not up with the terms. Has any idea of what she's dealing with? Did she get a gut feeling? Is she ignoring and rationalizing? Does she know, or is she clueless? Let's find out. MB, something about a narc, and does she know? Does she know? Okay, something about a narc, and does she know? I don't know the English term. Okay, narcissist. Oh, okay. So you have a narcissist. Okay, I thought it was like a narc, like somebody that like a narcotics, or somebody that like narked on you or told on you or something like that. What would be a good, Sid, what's a good narc deck? What's a good narcissist deck? I'm thinking, I'm thinking the Bonfire Tarot, the Bonfire Tarot. Let's see, saw that she had to decide between herself and her savior. Huh. Okay, a narcissist of narcissist. Okay, thank you. In Russian. All right, so let's find out. Sid wants the Bonfire Tarot. He's been saying it all night. The Tarot Magician, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. By the way, if you have not subscribed to the Tarot Magician, by the way, go subscribe to her. She does free readings during the daytime. So that is cool. That is so cool. So check her out. Let's find out about the Bonfire Tarot and the narcissist. And does she know? What is she going to do about it? How is she going to treat the narcissist? And all this other stuff. Let's do a few cards here. I like big spreads, and I cannot lie. Those other tarot readers can't deny. How many tarot decks do I have? A lot. I have a few. I have a couple of tarot decks. In this table alone, I think I have 50. And that's just this table. Let's see. We got more coming. That's the best news. But before we do the narcissist, let's get some non-narcissist water. The King of Coins. The Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Page of Coins. I don't think is this relationship really going to last? Is this relationship really going to last? Mom Bear, let us know. Let us know if this relationship is actually going to last. We have this odd chariot right in the middle of it, like somebody's moving away. Someone's moving away. They're taking their pets. They're taking their animals, and they're sort of getting away. But they're looking back at the past. It's like, I realize what happened in the past is something that I should have seen, or something that I should have dealt with. But, you know, it's just something that they sort of leave. So it's almost like that she ends up leaving the relationship, basically. So the Page of Coins comes right after that. The Page of Coins started restarting, trying to get somewhere in a different relationship, sort of restarting from scratch. And it seems to be that way, sort of a recovery process during that restarting. But yeah, I think she's going to end up leaving, basically. What I say, she's going to find someone else. 10 of Coins, going to be much happier with the next thing. I do think that they're going to be on and off. I don't think it's going to be a complete bail. I don't think that they're going to be completely out of it, right? We have the Ace of Cups. I do think that there's some sort of a soul connection between that, and that's going to be difficult to stop. I do think you can have on and off things, and it's going to be difficult for them to sort of recover from that. So if you're looking for her to bail and then never come back, I don't see that happening. I see her bailing and then maybe coming back, missing him a little bit. The Page of Coins looks sad. The Page of Coins looks sad. The Page of Coins is sort of making this lemonade with this fire in the background, and it doesn't look like she's happy. It looks like she sort of misses that environment or misses him. and ends up coming back. So the Chariot could be an on and off type thing. Again, the Ten of Coins, I think she'll eventually find something better. I don't think it's a big deal. Does she know? Not really, not 100%. Does she sort of sense something about narcissistic behaviors? Obviously. I mean, you see behaviors that you don't want, and you sort of try to figure out where they're coming from. So it sounds like maybe that you've told her about this or something like that. But as far as intuition goes, or as far as things like that, is this the couple that lives away from you? You said they live away from you, and anyway, but that seems what's going on. But I think she's going to eventually bail. Does she know intuitively? I mean, she gets some hints. She knows that she sees bad behavior, even if you don't know the label for the bad behavior. I know what bad behavior looks like. I know what it looks like. So, you know, I mean, that's just something that you have to do. So anyway, I don't see that happening forever. See her bailing. I think you've asked me about this relationship before, and I said she was bailing back then too. Anyway, that is the Bonefire. As you can see, the Bonefire Tarot. I would focus my camera, but it's the cheapest possible camera I could get. So Bonefire Tarot, if you're interested in this, pick it up at something.com. All right. What is the next question? Mary H., a general reading, please. Wants those Celtic dragon action. Mary H. wants that Celtic dragon action. Celtic or Celtic. Either way, I like your pronunciation. Where'd it go? Celtic or Celtic? Here it is. All right. Let's find out how's that. Grace wants to know, does Josh have feelings for me? Tatiana, it's so good that you came in. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, everyone, to like and subscribe. Yes, please hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. The Ace of Cups look like a snarling face. Indeed. Indeed it does. Let's do a general reading. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking, Sid? Sid is going to be all excited. Sid is going to be all excited with this. We're going to switch to the green screen. We're going to go to the green screen. Ta-da. Oh, wait. The green screen always helps when I have the camera chroma key turned on. Sid, that is a big, big help when the chroma key is actually enabled. That's a huge help. I'm just saying, that is a huge help. All right. Okay. Let's find out where our spreads are and do the Celtic Cross. The Celtic Cross sounds all right. We have not done green screen in a while, but I think it's time. We're going to do it. Air horn indeed. We're going to do Celtic Cross. Get you a general reading. All right. Wow. That is green screen done right there. That is green screen done right. Let's turn down this a bit. There we go. All right, see, that's what you get when you start tweaking the lighting. You start tweaking that lighting. BBJ, thank you very much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's do a general thing. Try that. All right. Okay, what do we have? You wanted the Celtic Dragon? You get the Celtic Dragon. Is that fitting? Does that fit? No, not really. That's okay. We can do it. We'll just move this. We're disorganized today. That's okay. That's okay. The past is right there. The future is right there. Situation. Okay. See, this takes a year to set up. It takes a year to set up, but that's okay. It's okay. It sort of defeated the purpose of the green screen by having it this way, but that's all right. So, let's find out. Awesome green screen indeed. Awesome green screen. Okay, turn judgment over. So general reading, what do we have coming? Current situation is, I think you're comfortable. Oh, wait a minute. We need to change the thing. This is Mary H. General. All right, cool. Let's find out about this. Current situation is, I think you're pretty comfortable where you're at. I think you're comfortable where you're at. I don't think that you're in a situation where you absolutely need to be out of it immediately, nor do I think that you're in a situation to where you're in any danger or you're in something that is going to be not too beneficial for you or you have a lot of drama going on. I think you're fairly comfortable. I mean, you're not in any situation where you need to leave immediately or et cetera, et cetera. So the magician says that you're pretty familiar with your surroundings. You're pretty comfortable where you're at. And, you're just basically pretty good as far as that. Could you be better? Obviously. Could you be better, et cetera? Then maybe so. But yeah, I mean, there are a bunch of different factors going on that you could improve. So what crosses you? The King of Swords. I do think that you have someone in your life that you really sort of need to move around or get out of your life. It seems you have a couple of people that are sort of working against you in a lot of different respects. And that's going to be a problem sort of coming up. If you can get rid of these people, if you can get these people a bit calmed down, or you can get the negative people out of your life, I think that's going to be a big boon to you, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that that's going to be something that you can do is just try to figure out who can I navigate around, or who can I work around and not deal with because they're sort of bringing too much negativity in there. What's above you? I think that a lot of times you're too judgmental on yourself or too judgmental on your actions. So you'll try to outguess yourself. You'll be, hindsight is 20/20. Maybe I did this situation wrong. Maybe I did that. And a lot of worry comes around sometimes. And it's kind of difficult for you to deal with that in a lot of different cases. So what's below you? I think the Fool. I think you're ready for some adventure. You're ready I think you're ready to sort of launch into something new, maybe a bit of something new. So yeah, you're sort of bored, a lot of different things as well. So you're ready for sort of adventure. You could use maybe a little vacation or something like that, as far as getting that sort of going. The Past, the Page of Wands, I think that you have some actions that you sort of regret, sort of comes back to the Judgment as far as that's concerned. And then the Future, the Six of Swords, I think that you are sort of dealing with a couple of things that you could sort of do without. Let's see, my grandson moved in with me, a teenager. Oh, okay. I'm comfortable. Okay, cool. But I do think he's sort of getting out and moving about, right? The Fool and the Six of Swords sort of points to the same thing, maybe getting something a little optimized or getting something a little going as far as that's concerned. So what is the general advice that we have here? Hopes and fears, and the outcome. So the general advice is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords. General advice is to sort of watch any relationships that you have and make sure that you're in control of those. Make sure that you have command of those. Don't let people use you, basically. So if somebody's using you, make sure you just cut that off at the pass very quickly. I don't think that's going to be good for you. Master the Obvious is not going to be good for you, but master the obvious here, but make sure that people aren't using you. Make sure that you're not being too nice. Make sure when you're being nice, you're getting some benefit out of it, basically. So if you're nice to somebody, then they demand that you have more nice things, then maybe you should cut that off at some point. The Ten of Swords, Hopes and Fears. I think ultimately you're, again, you're just ready for a change. I think you're comfortable again, but you could use a change. You could use a little vacation. You could use a trip somewhere. You could use something to where you just sort of get out and sort of navigate around and do something fun. It seems that you may have a bit too much normalcy in certain respects, or too much normalcy and a little bit bored sometimes as far as that's concerned, but that's basically it anyway. So let's go back to the go back to the moved in. There we go. Asked about him before, and asked about his current relationship. Okay, it's cool. So, Soul, super chatted. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it, Soul. And what did Soul ask? It's blank. Let's find out. Scroll around, find out what Soul. While we're doing that, how is everyone doing this evening? It is Tuesday evening, and it is a lot of fun over here. Sort of hanging out and all that good stuff. I do not see a question. So, Soul, if you had a question, let me know. Oh, here it is. Well, a difficult situation, we will solve the best way of catastrophe. We're going to solve everything for the highest good and the best way. All right, we have a very, very high-level question. We need to get rid of the Celtic Dragon. All right, so Soul wants to know, will my difficult to be solved? Or will it be a catastrophe? What can you do to help it solve itself? All right, let's find out about that. Difficult situation. What's a good difficult situation deck? I'm thinking the Slow Tarot. I can't never pick this up. I don't know why. Slow Tarot, I just have difficulty picking it up. You have room in your luggage to sneak me on the cruise. There you go. There you go, Mary H. There you go. Please use the Revival Tarot, Katie A. I will use that just for you for BBJ, because BBJ is asking, why does T act different around his family friend? Around his family friend. Is his family friend female? I need to know. How is tomorrow? There you go. Stuff people in the luggage. Probably going to be entertaining to see. All right. Do the Slow Tarot. And we'll do it fast. Do the Slow Tarot fast, because that's how we roll. We need to get the lights back on where they were. Come on, you can do it. Yay. Oh, look at that warm light. Look at that beautiful warm light. You see that? I'm just telling you, streams are three things. Lighting, video, and sound. So I believe I got my sound tweaked. I believe the lighting is tweaked, and I believe my video is tweaked. I think I have all three. I think I have the trifecta here. So, will my difficult situation will be able to be solved, and how can I solve it? The Fool. It seems that you have a way out. The Fool points us to, you do have a way out of this. I don't think it's an easy way out, as per the Two of Wands. I don't think that's an easy way out. And I do think that you're going to have to do a bit of strategy. I don't think it's going to be an easy way out, nor do I think it's going to be something that's really obvious as far as that's concerned. So let's go drink some water. It is a water clearing throat evening. Now that we have that out of the way, so I do think that you also know what that is. I don't think this is a mystery to you. It's something that you don't know what it is. I believe you do know what it is. The star points you to, you do know that there is a way out of the situation. And because it's not easy, you haven't really considered it, maybe you haven't seriously considered it, and there's a lot of different things going on. I also think that the situation is much more complex than something to where you can just say, yeah, it is going to be able to solve. Yeah, no, it won't be able to be solved. I think there's a lot more parties involved, and that's just the way it goes. But the star, you do know the way out. You do know the situation, how to resolve it. Why haven't you done that? So obviously everyone in chat is going to be, okay, if they know the situation, they know how to resolve it, why haven't they done that? Because we have the Seven of Coins. You see, there's other people involved with this situation that are going to be infected by whatever you decide. In addition, I don't think that you can make this decision on your own. I don't think you can make it on your own. I think you're going to have other people involved as well, which points us to the Seven of Coins as well, right? The Seven of Coins sort of negotiating that out or bargaining that out, a bunch of different factors going in. I do think you will find a way out of the situation and a way around the situation. So can it be solved? Maybe not. I mean, we may be looking at a situation where it can't be solved, and you getting out is the only way to sort of get out. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never, ever take something that a fluffy Virgo on YouTube says to be advice about whatever the situation is, because I have no idea what the situation is. So the Two of Wands, once you get out, I think it's going to be free and clear. We do have a Judgment after that. Judgment means that you will be judged. I think there are people that are involved that will come back and judge you based upon what you did. The grass is always green on the other side. Hindsight is always 20/20. All those things are going to come into play because they're going to say, you know, why didn't you do this? You should have done this. Why didn't you do that? You should have done that. A lot of different things. Again, because the other people are going to be involved, there's never, ever going to be an easy solution. Can it be solved? Yes. Can it be resolved? Yes. Can it be resolved easily? No. Can you get out of this situation? Yes. Is that going to be easy? No. Why? Because there are other people involved. The Two of Wands, I think you're going to end up getting out of it. And I think people are going to judge you for it. They're going to critique you. They're going to criticize you. Like the same people that are messaging me right now about why the echoes of failure failed. The same people. I have 4 messages from angry people asking me, why did this fail? I want to get it. It failed. And they're blaming me. So, which is okay. That's okay. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. There's always the price to pay, no matter what you do, it seems. Tourist season jobs. I have no idea what's going on. Carrot Top Girl. Hello. How's it going? Carrot Top Girl, do you have like the big muscles like Carrot Top does now? Do you have, well, now, I mean, he's had those for like 15 years, but still. But yeah, he's, I don't know if, what's going on with Carrot Top. Is Carrot Top funny anymore? Was that funny? Because that was funny like a long time ago. I'm not sure what's funny anymore. I'm out of it. Angel Wings, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. They blame you. All right. So, what do we have now? We have BBJ. Wants to know, why does T act differently around his family friend? Is his family friend very attractive? Is his family friend very attractive? I mean, I just want to find out here. Why does T act different around his family friend? All right, find out about the family friend. Sid, I need you. I need you, Sid. What would be a good deck about a family friend? Something. Oh, I promised Revival Art. I promised somebody Revival Art Tarot. Carrot Top Girl, I will be streaming for the next 10 minutes. Or if I get another donation, the next 15 minutes. Because 7:30 is usually my cutoff because I work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I work on the computer and I sit. And then I come home and I do this for another hour and I sit. So I need to walk and move around. No family and friends. I'm not really sure what that means. His family and friends. Okay. No family and friends. His family and friends. So why does he act differently around his family and friends? So I'm going to make an assumption here. And say that you're asking that when you're alone with T, he acts a certain way. But when you're with family and friends, his family and friends, he acts differently than he does when you're alone, right? That behavioral inconsistency, am I right? A bit of that behavioral inconsistency that it's almost like they're trying to be somebody different in one situation than they are in a different situation. Let me know, BBJ. I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging around. I know it's like an hour and a half since you asked your question, but you want the Wizards deck again? I will use the Wizards for Angel Wings. Those are long hours. They are long hours indeed, and I am quite tired of sitting down. I can tell you that. Okay, BBJ. So I'm correcting my assumption. So we'll do the Ace of Coins, and then we'll do the Hierophant. The Hierophant says quite a bit. Are they embarrassed to be around you? Does it seem like that is one of the things happening? And I ask that because the Hierophant is really oddly placed. And then the Seven of Wands, almost like trying to defend their position. Basically, it looks like that one of them doesn't like you. By the way, never make relationship decisions based upon a fluffy Virgo reading tarot on YouTube. Just don't do it. But it seems that somebody in there doesn't like you. It seems that he sort of wants to keep you... not keep you hidden, but it seems that he has a behavioral inconsistency. We need to find out where that behavioral inconsistency comes from. And what I'm reading here, as far as the 7 goes, and then the 9 goes, a very interesting combination here, especially once you get with a Hierophant in there, is when he's with other people, is when he's with his family and friends. Some of them don't like you. And now they sort of have this back and forth thing to where now you have... it becomes more distant. Yeah. Now you have this back and forth thing to where you're trying to figure out, why this is the cause. I think the root cause is they somehow have issues with you. So now he's trying to balance out that how to deal with this, because do you want to completely ignore them? No, they're your family and friends. So now he has to make a choice between one or the other. And that's not going to be a good choice for him. That's not going to be something comfortable as far as that goes. The Ace of Coins says that he I don't know, the Wand, and then you have the Four of Swords. I do think that I don't know. I think that eventually that's going to resolve itself, but not easily. There's going to be sort of a painful resolution to that. One of these is going to be that eventually you're just going to, try to find out what it is, and you're just going to make a stand basically and say, what is going on? What is happening? And I think at certain times you're just fed up with it, and you're just eventually going to go around. But I just think that it resolves itself. Are they going to start liking you? Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody likes everybody, but that's the way it goes. But I do think that they're going to, sort of deal with it, and he's going to tell them to deal with it. And again, it sort of resolves itself over time. The Four of Swords says it's going to take a break, or it's going to take a rest, and the swords that are coming across are not going to be that prevalent anymore, basically, as it goes around. But until that time, it's going to be a conflicting bit. There's going to be a bit of conflicting things. And he's going to sort of try to manage you in a lot of different respects as well. In other words, he's going to sort of restrict your exposure to family and friends eventually once that sort of heats up. But then it sort of cools down again. It fixes itself. But that's not a good thing. When behavioral inconsistency is a very painful thing, because ideally, you should act the same amongst your family and friends as you do amongst your significant others, right? Just makes sense. Angel Wings wants a general reading. Let's find out about that. AW. General reading. Do we want to do green screen, or do we not want to do green screen? Because I'm thinking the Wizard's Tarot would sure look good on a green screen. Let's see. I heard him talk about publishing through Amazon on a personal reading. I have no idea what? Me? I have no idea. You mean me? Am I publishing something on Amazon? All right. It's a crowdfunding site. 50 decks just on his desk right now. Many more beyond. We got quite a bit of chat going on. I feel like TarotOracle would have many decks. That is true. That is very true. You need many decks for the green screen. It is all about the green screen. I'm just saying. Book called Outside the Dog Museum. Is it a national people want to start a project? Okay. All right. I did write Kickstarter and ask them what to do. I said, can I repost it? They said, you need to figure out why it failed. I'm like, thank you. That's very helpful. That's extremely helpful. Thank you so much, Kickstarter staff. I appreciate that. The Tarot Magician is awesome. If you have not checked out the Tarot Magician, go check her out. She does live readings during the day. That is awesome. We need more live. We need like a 24-hour shift of live readings. That'd be cool. Have like somebody overseas that does it all night, and then have somebody that does it at night, and somebody does it during the day, during the morning. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Have like a full shift. I think that is the future of tarot reading, basically, is 24-hour live readings with various people doing it at various times. I think that would be cool. Anyway, that's what Sid thinks. Let me put those over there in the green screen. That is a nice looking green screen. Look at this deck on the green screen. Sid, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is really cool looking. This is, okay, by the way, this is ending soon. We're going to end soon. This will be the last question because I'm sitting here for 13 hours. All right. So what is in your past and what crosses you? Because I forgot that card. So general reading, what are we looking at? What is in your past? I think that you have some friends that you need to catch up with. I believe that you have some friends that you need to be catching up with. You're busy. You have things going on. And a lot of times when you have these things going on, you're not able to get with the friends. You're not able to catch up with everybody. I think that's going to be important for you coming up. As far as the past is concerned, you do have some friends that are in the past that are going to be coming back, and they're going to say, hey, we miss you. Where have you been? Type thing. So you're going to hook up with these people on Facebook and all that, or whatever social media thing you use. And I think it's going to be able to get back with some of these friends. I think the friends are going to really sort of unite you in various different ways and bring back a lot of the pleasurable situations you've had before, et cetera, et cetera. So what is your sort of the general overall, here we go, the present of the challenge? I think the present of Nine of Wands, I think that you have a lot of things on your mind. You have a lot of things that are going on. Possibly why you're not really catching up with the friends, etc. But I do think you have a lot of things going on. One of the main things is you're not really optimizing your time in some respects. You could really sort of optimize your time, some of the wasted time. There's some time that you're using for things that aren't really good strategies. There's some times that you're using where you're just sort of spinning your wheels and not really getting to know what you need to be doing. And sometimes you know what you need to do, but you're just not doing it. And that's going to be an important factor for you coming up as far as that's concerned. So what is crossing you? I do think that you have an old relationship that's going to somehow renew itself, and that's going to be bad news, I think. I don't think that's going to be great news because it does cross you. King of Wands is coming back. I think, an Aries and a previous thing, and they're going to come back, and that's going to be sort of a painful situation because they're not exactly by the way, Carrot Top Girl, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. They're not going to be that beneficial to you. It's not going to be a great relationship that you really want to dive in. So what is above you? I think that, okay, we'll skip that. What is the Empress and the Lovers? How unusual is that? So what is below you? I do think that, let's see, what do you got? So Angel Wings, are you in a relationship right now? Because this is highly unusual, we have what is above you is the Empress, what is below you is the Lovers. It's almost like that you're in a relationship that you're not too satisfied with, or you're about to be in a relationship that you're not too satisfied with, but relationships are sort of a touchy subject to you. Relationships, I mean, they're very important to you, but when you get into a bad one, now it becomes very painful. It's something. Christina, by the way, thank you so much for your subscription. I greatly appreciate it. But it's something you sort of have to work on. I think you have to work on relationships. I think a lot of times those don't go the way you want it. And sometimes it's because that you're impatient with it. You want something that's different than what you end up with. So, okay, what is the future? Six of Swords. Six of Swords sort of points to you're going to be taking a break from, as far as relationships goes, you may be taking a break from that, or you may be wanting to take a break from that. It could be an overall issue. And I don't know. As far as the Six of Swords goes, Angel Wings, no, that's why I asked about general love. Okay. So I think your relationships are sort of a hit and miss. So when you get into one, you really like it, but a lot of times it just doesn't work out the way you want to. I think that you have some idealistic expectations of relationships that may not come to pass. And you want some things from relationships that may not be realistic sometimes. So a lot of times you need to sort of get a bit more realistic with relationships. Okay, what is the ideal situation that I'd like to have versus what is more realistic situation that I would be acceptable to having as far as a relationship goes. Sort of just narrow down what I want, what I need, what I don't want, and then get those categories straightened out, because sometimes we tend to overreach. We tend to overreach in the relationships and try to get a bit more than is realistic as far as that's concerned. Let's see. So what hopes and fears? We're looking at the King of Pentacles. Again, sort of putting at that sometimes your expectations for a relationship are a bit unrealistic. Maybe rein some in. We've got a couple of people over here. I do think you have someone else that's in a relationship that you've been in the past that is either going to start trying to reunite that, or is currently trying to reunite that. As far as, is that a good idea? The King of Swords says, yeah, maybe that is a good idea. So, I mean, that's going to be, could be something that you want to sort of engage with when it comes around. But we do have a lot of different cards over here in the advice and the outcome and things like that. Okay, so what is the overall advice of a general relationship? The Knight of Pentacles. Just take it easy. I think sometimes you're trying to rush things, or you're trying to get into the thick of things too quickly. And if you would just take your time and take a step back, that's going to be an overall better situation for you. Again, a lot of times, maybe with the unrealistic expectations sometimes, but you just try to go in full steam when you're not really sure where you're going full steam. So you end up running away in circles and things like that. So anyway, that is a general reading. Let me know if any of that resonated. We'll flip over to the non-green screen, which looks a lot like a green screen. Because I haven't put the cloth on yet. Because I have not put the cloth on yet is why it looks like a green screen. But good news, we have the cloth right here. We will flop that onto the table and see how that goes. All right. Let's see, Angel Wing. So Carrot Top Girl had a thing at New Year's with a lovely Cancer man. Was he really lovely? Was he really lovely? Let's see, Carrot Top. Carrot Top. Lovely Cancer man. Lovely Cancer autistic man. Going anywhere? Let's find out. I have a green aura. Indeed, I do have a green aura. By the way, this will be the ending soon screen. So we are ending soon. This will be the last question. It is about time. It is about time. What is a good Cancer man deck? I know we have thoroughly abused the Wizard's Tarot at this point, so we need something new. We need something new. All right. We are going to use the Echoes of Failure. Echoes of Failure. Got to use the Naturally Tarot mini deck. I'm late to the party. Darcy, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. We're going to use the Echoes of Nature Oracle for this particular one and find out about this Cancer man. Is that going anywhere or not? Get a few of the cards out here. We'll do a few. One more. This is not many. This is the size of a small car. So if we wanted many, it's not going to be the good deck for that. Window of Opportunity, Intimidation, and finally, Memories. All right, let's rope all of this together and find out where it is going. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm putting the dog underneath Long Journeys. Let's see. So, what am I looking at? Window of Opportunity, Intimidation, Memories. Is this going anywhere? You had a lovely Cancer man. Long Journeys. I think that if you started this, it's going to be a while before you realize exactly what you're into. I think you're into a bit more of a complex situation than what you realize right now. I think there's some things that you haven't seen yet. There's some factors that you haven't understood yet. There's some things that haven't been said. There's some things that aren't understood right now that are going to sort of be picked up by that. And that's what's sort of pointing at Long Journeys. So if you're looking for something long term, I think this may not be it. If you're looking for something short term, I think this could be a great possibility as far as that's concerned. But there are a lot of different things that aren't revealed yet that will be revealed once you start on this road. Is this something that when it's revealed, is it something that you're going to be excited about? I don't think so. I think there are some factors that you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. What did you say? Rosalinda, by the way, thank you so much for your subscription. I greatly appreciate you hanging out tonight. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe. We have 700 videos. I've been on YouTube for 10 years doing tarot. So a lot of good stuff on the channel. Hopefully you enjoy at least one of the 700 videos to choose from. Anyway, so yeah, listening, I do think that, again, there's some factors that you haven't considered as far as that's concerned. It's almost like it turns into a long-distance relationship. Is this something where this person is close to you? Are they far away? Are they going away, et cetera, et cetera? I do think that this turns into sort of a long distance relationship that you eventually break it off. You do have the window of opportunity, though, within the realm of the relationship, within the realm of, I want to jump into this. This person's nice. The person may be stable. The person has a lot going on for them. I think that's going to be a good thing for you. You do have the opportunity to get into the relationship. But again, I see it as a short-term relationship, not anything long. I do see it sort of turning into this long-distance thing. And eventually after the long-distance thing, you burn out and end up breaking up. So that is going to, that's going to be one of those things. I'm going to move to Madison. I have no idea where Madison is, but it sounds like it could turn into a long-distance relationship indeed. So intimidation. I don't think this person is going to leave very in a good way. I think it's going to be a messy breakup. Intimidation sort of points to things going a bit sour once you try to end it. It could be that they really take it hard. It could be that they get really emotional or they start freaking out. I don't know what's going on, but intimidation does say that they're going to take it hard. It's going to be a hard fall of the hammer, as they say, right? But it's not going to be an easy breakup, even if it is short term and it's something that you're like, hey, it was short term. We knew it was short term. We're coming in. We know it was short term. Why are you getting upset? It doesn't matter. I think the person is going to get upset. So that's going to be a factor there as well. Memories as well. I think that you're going to just want to get rid of the person fairly quickly. You're going to want to get rid of them fairly quickly after the breakup because of them getting upset, etc. Now you're going to feel a bit of guilt. Things are going to go sort of that way. But that is just what I see. Let me know if any of that resonates. If you want to get into a short-term relationship, you're not, you're happy with the breakup being a bit messy. Nobody's happy with that. But I mean, you're willing to put up with the breakup being messy. I mean, you have a nice man. I think you have a good short-term relationship if you're willing to deal with the ending, which looks a bit odd. Anyway, speaking of ending, I am going to go to the ending screen, which means that the stream is now over. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you, all the mods, Larry, Sid, Tarot Magician. Go check out all their channels right over there. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out, and we will see you tomorrow night. I'm here every single night. We'll see you next time.